Hello and happy Thursday. Welcome to Training on Instagram. Thank you for being here today. We are so excited to have Sindel Ballard and Tanya Pickren with us. I've known Sindel for a really long time, and I had the pleasure to meet Tanya a few months ago. Both of them are so amazing. We love having them part of the DotDotSmile family, and they both have such amazing Instagram accounts, and knowing how important Instagram is to anybody trying to build a brand, trying to build your business, to all of you out there, basically, we knew we needed to do a training on it, and we knew they were the perfect ones to do it. So we're so grateful that they were willing to train on this today. They're actually here in the building upstairs. So we're excited to hear what they have to say. They've been with us for over a year. They'll give a little bit of background on themselves, and then they're going to open it up to chat. So without further ado, I'd like to welcome Sindel and Tanya.
Hi, everyone.
Hey, guys.
This is so weird. We're so excited to be here. Do you want to introduce yourself? Do you want me to go?
Go ahead.
Okay. Hi, this is nerve-wracking for sure. I'm trying to tell myself I'm just doing a training in my team page, no pressure. But we're here to talk to you guys about Instagram with intention. So not just posting on Instagram, not just treating it like your family account. You need to do it with purpose. I guess a little bit about me. I still have nerves right now. My name is Sindel Ballard. I've been with DotDotSmile just over a year, like 15 months or so. And I am obsessed with this work, with the company, all of it. I itch to do it every morning, and I love it. I don't want to dive into everything about me, but I guess as it relates to Instagram, the reason I'm sitting in this chair today, I guess, is because I take my Instagram really seriously. And it all stems from, I'm an artist, and I've been an artist my whole life, and it kind of has evolved into all sorts of different types of artistry. I'm a photographer, I do hair, and I used to paint, and I just enjoy imagery and beautiful imagery. And so I just make sure that my account is a beautiful space. And I also like to give it the warm and fuzzies too. And I think that's really important. So we'll talk more about that, but that's a little bit about me. I don't know. I'm just an artist, and I just love everything about this job. I feel like it encompasses everything I've ever enjoyed all in one place. So I have a lot of fun with
it. Hi, guys. I'm Tanya Pickren. First of all, I want to say thank you for everyone at home office for having us here to do this training. I have done a lot of Instagram shopping personally, not just as a DotDotSmile merchandiser, but just from other companies in the Instagram shop world. And when I started as a merchandiser, I noticed how influential those other Instagram shops were for me in wanting to shop with them. So I knew when I started my Instagram, actually Sindel inspired me to be so great with taking Instagram seriously. I knew that if I was following so many other shops on Instagram, I wanted to be one of those shops. And so I started having a lot of fun with putting outfits together, with mixing with prints, with finding some of my kids' accessories to pair with the dresses, and kind of inspiring other moms to show them how fun these dresses are and give them kind of a place that they can go and relate to when it comes to their kids. So that's kind of how I wanted to view my Instagram account, and it's just kind of turned into something personal for me. I didn't really introduce myself, but
You did. You're so natural at it.
I just have a lot of fun with it. I try to. Yes, thank you. Anyways, I've been with DotDotSmile since I got my first box June of 2017. So it's been just about a year as a merchandiser. I was one of those ones on the wait list with a bunch of you guys for a few months. And it's been really fun watching the company evolve this last year. So yeah, a little bit about us.
Yeah.
Okay, so first we're going to talk about why Instagram.
Yeah. So like I said, Instagram with intention. You want to be very conscious of what you're putting in stories and posting. And we'll go into literally every detail of how to utilize every part of Instagram. There's a lot to it, and there's a lot that people aren't tapping into yet. So yeah, why Instagram at all? I actually did a webinar with a big Instagram influencer out of New York, and she gave us a bunch of statistics about Instagram, and I felt like I knew it, but I never read a statistic about it, and it completely blew my mind, the things that she noted. And so I'll just kind of read off the statistics, because it'll blow your mind too, and you're going to think, oh my gosh, I can't wait to like vamp up my Instagram. So Instagram, people mainly use Facebook for chatting it up with friends, family, catching up on news, political posts, all that sort of thing, right? Whereas Instagram is a perfect place for building a well-rounded and fun business, because people are on Instagram to find inspiration in fashion, design, DIY, all of that. It is for me. So like I use my Instagram when I'm posting and when I'm using this platform for my business. I kind of have a little bit more fun with it, and I use my Instagram more to inspire people, motivate them, kind of convert them to the brand as often as I can. I enjoy getting personal. It's really important for my business, I feel like. And it's less, I approach it way less salesy and business. I'm not as professional. I don't know. No, I'm professional, but like I approach it just with more of my heart and just have a little bit more fun with it. And so, like I said, so Instagram is a place where people are seeking inspiration for fashion design and all these things. Like for me personally, I, like Tanya said, like I shop a lot from Instagram. I hardly go to stores, to malls, to places. We know that that retail is going online. And to be even more specifically, I feel like Instagram is like the now of retail. It's not the future, like it's now. And so like I shop a ton of boutiques online, but through their Instagram, because Instagram is a place that I find myself gravitating towards. I love it. I love being there, catching up with friends, but then also, anyway, I'll go into more of that. I feel like I'm kind of doing a tangent, but here's some more of the statistics. So in 2017, Instagram saw the fastest user growth rate in its history. Engagement with brands on Instagram is 10 times higher than with brands on Facebook. See, this is where it all blew my mind. Instagram has a 54 times higher engagement than engagement with users on Pinterest. So people are more interested in brands on Instagram than anywhere else. So yeah, like I said, I shop through Instagram all the time. Instagram is seriously, it's the now of retail. And it is going to be another sales platform for you, but also a really good recruiting platform for you. And we'll go into that a little bit too. People are on there seeking inspiration for new ideas in a more creative, and the most important is it's a less defensive, less salesy platform. They say in the statistic, then likewise amidst like the drama of a Facebook post, it's just way less defensive. You can subtly share the opportunity with just more like no pressure. It's just kind of more laid back and relaxed. You can make things really light and fun and personal. Everything that you obviously want your business to be, that you're already either achieving or trying to achieve in your VIP, Instagram is just set up to where it's naturally easier for things to just be way more laid back. It's just set up that way. So the more you, and like with all of that, like the more you blend the personal with the sales and the business, the better your business is going to be overall. And Instagram is just the place where people are, period. It's where people are. So take it away, Tanya.
So one of the reasons why we use Instagram is because that's where a lot of people go to search for brands, right? So we have our personal Instagram accounts, but then we also get carried away with these influencers that are repping brands with other Instagram shops. And you might be wondering like, okay, well, how do those people find me? One of the ways is hashtags. So let me look at my notes. Hold on really fast. So you can use different hashtags to kind of make people find, look at my hands.
Sorry, I'll do it.
Okay, so hashtags. You can use hashtags as a way to make people find you, help people to find you when people look up hashtags, and you can use hashtags that are personalized to your Instagram account. You use your Instagram account as a shop window. So I know for me, I like to set it up so it's a shop window for my DotDotSmile shop group. I want to use it as exactly. It's a funnel. And so when people join my Facebook shop group, one of the questions that I have them answer when they join is, how did you find my my Facebook group? And 90% of the time, the answer is from Instagram. And so you can kind of see how if you treat your Instagram account as a shop window and have these cohesive squares all together, that is a place that people are interested in looking. They're interested in what you're doing and what you have to say. They're more likely going to go back to your Instagram account, check out your Instagram bio, and, oh, what's this link here? They can click the link and they'll be interested in what you're showing because your shop window was visually appealing, it was relatable to them, and it was something that they want to take the time in looking more into. So you use it as a funnel, like Sindel said, to get from your shop window into your shop. Once you start taking the time for your Instagram and putting the effort to make it a place that people want to shop and people want to browse and come back to, you're going to start noticing a lot more traffic in your Instagram account, your Facebook group, your Facebook page, everything that is working together for your DotDotSmile business can come from your Instagram account. So if you're taking all of that seriously, you're connecting everything, and you're putting the time and utilizing all the things to help your growth, then it's going to start funneling. All of your customers from Instagram are going to start funneling to your group. You're just going to notice a lot more traffic, more customers, and people clicking over, because that's what we want them to do. You're also going to notice, I want to say, some more growth in your team, because we are attracting moms just like us, people that are at home with their kids or want something on the side. You're going to be attracting them, and they're going to be like, oh, what is this kids clothing line? This seems really fun and interesting. Let me look more into it. And you're going to be building these relationships with them as long as your shop window is kind of demonstrating what you're trying to show. Does that make sense?
Yeah, totally. Okay. So we're going to go into talking about really how you set it up. So we're going to strip it down to the first step, setting it up and what type of Instagram you want to set up. So Tanya and I have we've compressed all of our notes into bullet points, and we've added screenshots from our Instagrams so that you can visually see what we're talking about. So I wish we could show you right now as we're live, but we're going to upload these files to the merchandiser support group later today or tomorrow, and it's going to have actual screenshots of what we're talking about. So we're going to do our best to help it make sense, but you'll get a visual and you'll have the full printout of our notes soon, okay, in the merchandiser support group. So setting up your Instagram, again, a lot of this I pulled from that training that I did with that influencer, and I've taken it and put it into my Instagram, and I've seen a huge difference. So first of all, your bio, okay? It's that little paragraph at the top of your Instagram. Well, I guess before that, you can do a personal account or a business account. People have reasons for liking one or the other. I know the algorithm shifts a little bit. For me personally, because I had a personal experience, I have a business Instagram account because I myself make it personal. I make it feel like it's a cozy place for people to be. So I have a business one, though, solely for the purpose of having an email button, because something happened to me where someone running a really big show was looking for DotDotSmile to be at their show. She searched on Instagram, so keep that in mind. She didn't go to search on Facebook. She went to search on Instagram. People search Instagram first. That's why when people come into our shops and they answer, where'd you find us? Same thing, like 95% say that they found us on Instagram. So she searched Instagram, and I was the only merchandiser that at the time had an email button on my account. And she was like, I like that I could quickly get in touch with you. I just click the button and I could email you right away. So that's why I enjoy having a personal account. It's up to you. It doesn't matter, because I like that it's professional when it needs to be, and then I make it personal. So, okay. And then, okay, so next thing, setting up your bio picture, right? That little circle at the top. Again, you want, I mean, I'm sure you guys know this, and I don't want to keep saying it, but you want everything about your business to be as personal as it can be. It's going to set you apart. So starting with your biography picture at the top of your Instagram, you want to try to make it as personal as it can be. For me right now, it's a picture of my daughter. I'm soon going to change that to me plus my daughters so that they see my face and it's very recognizable. But make it as personal as it can be. I know a lot of you have just the DotDotSmile logo with your name. Can they read your name in the little picture? Most likely, like most often they can. If you can make it more personal, it's going to make you stand out. It's going to feel less defensive. It's going to feel a little bit more, people are going to feel like I'll get into all that, but feel like they're getting to know you, feel like they're a part of something more than just a business and a brand. So I feel like the biography picture is really important. And you also want to try to make sure that, which I'm not great at, I don't have this yet because I'm working on my branding imagery, but you want it to be consistent with your Facebook header and your Facebook page for your group and your page, so that it's mainstream, cohesive, so that people recognize that picture. They know it's you. So the bio picture is really important, especially when we go into talking about stories, because when you click on stories, all they see is the little picture. You want people, because what if they see 5 different DotDotSmile merchandisers at the top of their stories and they all have the logo with a name? How are they going to know, oh, that one's hers, without going like this? You know what I mean? So I think it's really important. It personalizes your business. I feel like I went way too off on that, but it's important. Like I said, I'm very visual.
And even I want to start as on my business card. You know how you can have the option to put a picture on your business card? I use that same picture and put it on my business card. To be like, oh yeah, that's right. Because right now, you guys are all sharing a lot of shoppers right now. So when they get my package, they'll be like, oh yeah, I remember this picture. You know?
Yeah. So it's branding yourself too. I know DotDotSmile is its own brand and we're merchandisers for this brand, but what's going to set you apart is how you do your own branding. I know a lot of you are really good at that too. You guys have really cute stuff. So this next part I love. And again, I have a screenshot of it so it'll make sense. And if you go and look at my Instagram account, you'll see what I'm talking about. So the biography, that's the paragraph, right? That is the number one place, the first place, the most important place to relate to your audience, okay? You need to always be putting yourself in your viewers, your followers' shoes. Like, what do they want to see? What do they want to hear? What's going to keep them here? What's going to attract them and help them feel like they're a part of something bigger? So your biography, this training that I did, the influencer, she called it the first date. This paragraph is like the first date. What do you want them to know the most about you and about what you're doing? So first, figure out who you're talking to. You're talking to moms. So mine says, and I know a lot of you do the same thing too. It'll say, hey, I'm mama of 3, I'm this or that. But if you can relate, I'm a mom too. It's also good for that subtle recruit, and we'll talk about that. And then you also need to dissect, okay, what are you selling? And you don't have a lot of space here. You don't have a lot of space to write everything you need to. What are you selling? And what do they also get when they buy DotDotSmile? So I feel like that's super important, because you can just say dresses and leggings. Or you can say twirly dresses. Okay, that's a little better. They're twirly, but what else do they get? What else has Nicole started here? It's dresses that build confidence and happiness. You know what I mean? So mine, I think, says mama selling twirly dresses and happiness. And then I put DotDotSmile equals confidence for little girls. So I'm setting the tone and emotion. What are they getting also when they get DotDotSmile? So then the next one was tap into an emotion if you can. Again, it's that subtle recruit, and I'm not making sense yet. I'll talk about it. But what does DotDotSmile for you as a merchandiser make you feel? What have you seen it do for your daughters or nieces or granddaughters? And what do you want them to know that they're going to get too when they shop DotDotSmile? And so I also put like loving every minute of it. Like, I'm loving this job. I'm loving it. I love what I do. And then I also added, and I didn't for a long time do this, but I felt like it was important to also note that I'm a leader. And if you have just even like one person on your team, you're a leader. So I put Smile Squad leader, loving every minute of it, so that it gave them a little bit about me, about the brand, what they get with the brand. So I know it sounds like, oh, like that all seems like too much just for a biography, but it's really important, really, really important, because our followings have come 100% organically, you guys, because we're just paying attention to all these little details and they really matter. So yeah.
Okay, so how it works is they're going to be browsing their feed. They're going to see a picture. They're going to be attracted to that picture. Next step is they're going to look at a caption. They're going to be like, oh, this caption is fun and relatable and gets them thinking. It's going to make them more curious. They're going to click that Instagram name, your Instagram name, and then it's going to take them to your profile. Then they're going to read the biography. And if they like what they read, they might scroll. Oh, they like some more pictures, they'll scroll more. If they're really interested, that's what's going to get them to follow you. It goes through all of those steps. Think about the Instagrams that you're attracted to. Go back to their Instagrams, figure out why you're attracted to them, why you're still following them, and why you sometimes think to yourself like, oh, let me go visit that Instagram account and see what they've done, because it was relatable to you. So when you're going through and editing all these things and putting all these things about your Instagram together, keep that in mind. Put yourself in their shoes.
Really quick before Tanya goes on to the fun stuff. So I also added my location, which I didn't for a long time because I'm a private person, to be honest. And I was like, I don't know, that feels weird. Are people going to come stalk me or something? I just felt weird. But what I did learn from that awesome influencer is that it's another way to personalize it and ground you. And also people, if they're searching, they might want to find a merchandiser in their area. So add your location at the end. Makes a big difference.
Or someone might want to sign up to somebody that they're close to.
Exactly. This is more than just like posting pictures. It's going to recruit. Yeah. So, and then like we said, it's a funnel to your shop. So you have to, of course, add that link, direct them to your shop. We use what's called Linktree. All of this will be typed up for you guys, but it's Linktree, and you'll see a link at the bottom of our bio that guides you to a couple of different buttons. So you have options. Do you have a Pinterest? Put that Pinterest link there. Do you have your Facebook shop? Put that link there. Do you have Periscope? Do you have YouTube? Whatever. That gives you more options than to just link them to your shop group. And it just kind of makes your business overall just like more well-rounded and professional. So,
I have a Facebook opportunity group where I put people that are interested in joining. And I have that even in my Linktree account. If you guys go to our Instagram accounts and you're not really sure what we're talking about with this Linktree and all these different click-ons, then just go to our Instagram accounts after this and just kind of check it out, and you can make your own, just to kind of get an example.
And you'll have screenshots in the files that we'll post too.
Yes. Sindel did a great job with those.
All right, Tanya's going to talk about like when to post.
Okay, yes. So you're probably thinking, okay, well, when do I post? Do I post once a day? Do I post every couple of days? I don't want to be too annoying and overbearing or too little. So my kind of rule of thumb, and what I found to be successful, is to post 2 to 3 times a day. So I try to hit morning, midday, and evening. There's going to be those days where it's like, I forgot, but it's okay. It's the same as your Facebook algorithm. If you don't post for a couple of days, your algorithm in your Facebook group is going to go down, right? So it's the same for your Instagram account, where if you don't post for a couple of days, your algorithm is going to go down, and then you really need to boost and be really consistent to boost it back up. Well, try to post 2 to 3 times a day for your Instagram. If you are really bad with remembering to post to your Instagram because we're focusing so much on our Facebook shop group, set an alarm on your phone, and as you start doing that, it'll just kind of start coming naturally, like, oh, gotta throw something on my Instagram account. One thing to help you save time on, instead of sitting there and having all these other things you have to do, is Instagram has an awesome feature where you can save a post draft. So the night before, when you're just lounging, sitting on your phone, you can map out your Instagram posts and act like you're going to post it. Let's say you have a picture you want to post tomorrow morning. to make it so you can post it in 1 second, all you have to do is act like you're going to post it, write out your caption, fill in your hashtags, always tag the DotDotSmile main Instagram account, and I always like to tag myself, and then do everything as if you're going to post it. And then instead of actually posting the picture, you can just save it as a draft, and it takes all of those saved drafts and puts it in a little compartment over here in your Instagram account. So and you could do as many as you want. The following day, all you have to do is go to your saved drafts and then post it right away. And it literally takes 2 seconds. You just have to take the time the day before or whatever. And sometimes I'll do this for like a few days. So for the next few days, I have everything kind of mapped out. Another thing about mapping out your Instagram is, so utilize that feature, you guys. It's a huge time saver, save drafts. Sindel and I use the apps Plan and Planoly. I use Plan, which is Plann. Sindel used Planoly, which is Planoly. Both of these are iPhone apps. I'm not sure if they use them, if they are on Android, but I'm sure there's something comparable, so look it up. So you can use the app Plan or Planoly in advance to map out your Instagram posts. So instead of having a feed where you have nothing but outfit posts, and then you have a quote here, and then a little girl here, and then a bunch of outfit posts, because yesterday you spent half a day taking outfit posts and you want to post them all because you're really excited about it. It's important to kind of map out your feed. So you're using about 5 to 8 different images how do I say this?
You want to separate your similar content. So we'll talk more about this too. You're going to want to post, and you don't have to. The thing is, we're not telling you to do exactly what we're doing. Make it your own, and we'll also talk about that.
Well, I'm just telling them.
But you want to separate the similar content.
Yeah.
So you don't want to have like a flat lay plus flat lay plus flat lay. You don't want to have like you know what I mean? And like if you're doing quotes or anything, you just want to separate the similar content so that it has a flow, because you're speaking to more than one audience.
So if you use these apps Plan and Planoly, you can upload all of the graphics that you want to post in the next few days, and you can actually rearrange the squares within the app so that you can see exactly how your Instagram layout is going to look, which is really important because you want it to be eye-catching, you want it to have a flow, and you want it to be consistent. So check out those apps, download one that looks like you'll be able to rearrange the squares, and it'll be really helpful in kind of creating that theme for your Instagram account, which I'll be getting into a theme, don't worry.
I'm going to talk about stories for a minute. I had never before DotDotSmile did stories. I felt super awkward. I never did Facebook Lives, any of that. Again, it's something just like a Facebook Live. You feel really awkward for a little bit. You're nervous about it. You guess what you just put in your story for like 12 hours straight, but you will get more comfortable with it. You just have to jump in and go for it, to be honest. You just have to, because the algorithms with posting on Instagram is totally insane. We do have ways to help counteract that, but story algorithms are really easy and they give you way more visibility. So stories are where it's at. A statistic is 50% of users that are on Instagram, they watch stories daily. I watch stories daily, like 5 times a day. And 30% of those, so 30% of influencers, they see way more engagement in their stories. I am not an influencer, but I do see that too. I have like over 250 people watch my stories, but I'm only getting like 30 to 60 likes on a picture, which I'm grateful for. I'm not saying that's only, but there's a huge gap there. Stories are where it's at. But again, just like what you're posting, you want to do a big variety of content in your stories. You have to blend the personal, blend the salesy. But the thing is, what's nice about Instagram is that no matter how you go about it, as long as you're posting a good balance of things, Instagram is just such a no pressure place. And that's what we love about it. So stories stay up for 24 hours. So stories are, I'll show you, I guess, because I didn't do a screenshot of that. If you guys have no idea what a story is, it's when you go to your main, like you're looking at your scroll feed, there's a little photo, camera option right there. Look, hey, it sucks. So you record stories, and you'll get used to them. There's lots of different ways to do it. And so look.
Yeah, show like just really fast stories.
So these are what stories are, okay? Look, there's Nickel Pickle. At the very top, you click on those, and it's just videos. Video after video after video. It goes from person to person to person. And you want to do stories every 24 hours because your visibility will skyrocket.
They expire after 24
They expire after 24 hours. You can save them in highlights, which we'll talk about. But if you do stories every 24 hours, anyone who watched your story in this 24 hours, your icon, bio picture, the recognizable, awesome picture you're going to do is going to go straight towards the front, not the very first, obviously, but straight towards the front. So the next day, they start their stories and they go person after person and watch. Yours is just going to be right up there. So if you do them every 24 hours and you do a variety of content, they're going to see when you do sales in your stories, when you do, whatever, the personal, all of it. And you're just going to be a person that they continue to see day after day. And so you want to do a big variety of what you're putting in your stories.
I like to kind of treat my stories like 50% personal, 50% business related.
Yeah.
Because you want to be relatable, right? You want to be like, hey, look at me. I'm just a regular mom, like selling these awesome dresses. But then also like, hold on, I'm taking myself seriously. You know what I mean? Just kind of 50% you, 50% business. And because we're going to talk about recruiting, but this all kind of falls together with making them attracted to you so you can sell yourself.
Yeah. So I personally hardly ever scroll my Instagram, newsfeed, whatever. I'm in stories like 90% more than I'm actually looking at people's posts. So I know there are many other people that are the same, especially really, really busy people that you want to catch the eye of. You know what I mean? They're in stories way more. Like I said, I have way more visibility in my stories. So it's a good place to be personal and show about your personal life. You want people to get to know you, but your Instagram is not about you. Okay, it's not about you. It's about your customer. So you put yourself in their shoes as a viewer and you think, what do they want to see? Yes, they want to get to know you, but you need to be really short and sweet. Okay, don't be too long-winded. Because you're going to bore them and they're going to scroll on by. And what if your very next story is, hey, I have a huge album sale going on in my VIP, and you direct them there, but they didn't even get there because you did 5 stories in a row of like super boring, whatever. You know what I mean? So you need to just be short and sweet when it's about you. Everything has to be with intention. Okay. Be relatable. You want to be raw. You want to be fun. You want to give them a glimpse into your life, but be short and sweet about it and move on. And then if you're doing salesy, do a couple in a row and then move on. So you want the balance so that people don't get bored and they don't miss the good stuff that you really want them to see.
If you're, for example, like you don't want to be boring. When we say that, it's like you don't want, if you're sitting in your car and you kind of want to be like, oh, I have something cool and funny to say or whatever. Don't make that be like 10 different things that they have to click through, because then they'll be like, okay, I have things to do. But if it's just a couple things, then they could be like, oh, okay, she's so funny. And then keep clicking. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's just tough to mix it up. And just be short and sweet, I guess is the best way to say it. And you have to know that you're speaking to both return customers, existing customers who already know everything about DotSmile. They already love it. But you're also speaking to new and potential future customers that still are trying to fall in love with it. So you have to mix it up with, okay, you guys know what a ballerina is, ballerina sale going on in my VIP, go get over there. But then you also have new or potential customers that are still just filling it out. Maybe they haven't even bought a dress yet because they're not sure they're in love with it yet. So you have to also be very conscious of doing stories every now and then, just like posts, that help convert them to the brand. Okay? So,
yes.
Okay.
Well said.
Oh, was this me? Okay.
No,
polls. Okay, I'll be.
You have more low notes than I do.
Sorry. Okay, polls really fast. You guys know that we do polls in VIPs, and it gets really quick information from our customers. What sizes do they want? You can do polls in stories, and it's one of my favorite things in the world. I have a girl on my team named Kia who's amazing with her polls, and she's so subtle and cute about it, and I love it. So So like we say, Instagram is like such a pressure-free place to conduct your business. Polls, even more so. You can do them in stories. You've seen people do it. You click left or right, and you can fill in all the details of your poll and what you want it to be and what you want it to say. And And I have screenshots of examples of sales poll, personal poll, all of that. But the more you mix up the different types of polls you do over time, it's not like, oh, I'm going to do a personal poll, my next story is going to be a business one. If you mix it up, the types of polls you do over time, people are, when it comes to a sales poll, like, hey, I just got a brand new box. Anyone want to see it? If you click yes, I'm going to message you some pictures. Okay. And you're going to get lots of people. It's so just quick and easy. They can click it, but they're less likely to say, yes, I do want to hear more about DotDotSmile. Yes, I would like to shop right now. If you're also mixing up the types of polls you do. So do the silly, fun ones, relatable, like, oh my gosh, I'm at Costco and I'm thinking about getting this type of chicken. You guys love this chicken? You know what I mean? Like, it's super relatable.
Yours too.
Something like that. So if you mix up the types of content, but also the polls you do, they will be more inclined to respond when it's an important one about making some sales for yourself. And that's all. Oh, Instagram Live. Talk about that. Do you want to talk about that? I added a couple things that we had forgotten when we did our original note. Oh. Instagram Live. Because there's stories, but then there's live videos, just like a Facebook Live that you can do. And they stay up just for 24 hours, but you can do a variety of different types of videos, like recruiting videos and a live sale, or just like hop in and chat.
How important it is for you that we all know it's so important to be showing our face in our Facebook shop group. You want to go live. You want people to get to know you. You're selling yourself and you're selling dresses, but they need to like you first to be interested in the dresses, right? Or be interested to shop with you. Yeah,
they stick with you because they feel like they connect with you.
So like same thing with your Instagram Live is show your face. Put your face on there as much as you can with your stories, with your going live. So you can go live and say, hey, you guys, who's new to DotDotSmile? I'm going to introduce these dresses to you really fast. Do a quick introduction for anybody that's brand new and is kind of just like peeping and not really engaging yet. You know, they might watch this and be more interested. You could go on and just treat it like your Facebook group. Do a live. You can't invite people in or do anything like that. But if you go live, that live stays up for 24 hours.
So people get notified on their phone. Like, even if I don't have notifications on for anyone I'm following, I get like, I don't know what just happened, but it'll come up as a notification and I get it like 3 times while they're live.
Yeah. If they're like live, because like Cindy will go live and she'll be live for like 20 minutes and I get it like a couple of times. So I'm like, oh my gosh, she's still live. Okay, cool. I'm going to go check and see what she's doing.
Even if you're going live, just say like, I just loaded albums in my Facebook shop. If you don't know how to get there, they might buy you. You click there. There's so many good things. Let me show you really quick. Look, all this stuff's in my shop. So it's just a really good way to beat the algorithm and just get that instant like visibility.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all. That's pretty self-explanatory.
Okay, so I'm going to talk about highlights, which kind of relates to your stories in a way. So when let's say you are new to my Instagram account, you are going to be browsing, kind of looking around. You're not really sure a lot about DotDotSmile. You're new to the brand, you're new to the company. And let's say you posted something really cool in your stories, really informative a couple days ago, but at this point, it only lasts for 24 hours, so it's expired. What you can do is save that content you put in your stories and drag it down to put it in a Instagram highlight. So if you're going to pull it up?
Yeah, I'll show perfect.
Cindy's going to show you. And so everything that is in your highlights, of your Instagram highlights,
So first of all, look at Tanya's branding. We did this for her and her little one, and she's done her own highlights. So those are highlights. You click on those, and it sends you right to the stories that she's saved. That's her family.
I have different highlights that have to do with my family to show my personal side. I have one that talks about joining and becoming a merchandiser. I have one that talks about how they can shop with me. Because if I posted how they can shop with me and, click here, go there, this is how it goes, a few days ago, but somebody that just found me on Instagram today isn't going to see that. Now I drag that to my highlights. Now they can see it. And when you're really interested in someone's Instagram, you're kind of going to get lost. You're going to be looking at pictures, captions, scrolling all over the place. If they can just start watching these highlights and watching these stories, then they're going to be getting all of that information. For somebody that's brand new to DotDotSmile, you can do a highlight that is about us, you know what I mean? And it could be cap sleeve, blah, 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 like all the different things that we offer in your highlights. So someone that's brand new can be like, oh, this looks fun. This looks really interesting. And the highlights are permanent, so they stay there. You can go and edit them if you're like, I don't want that in there anymore, or whatever you need to do. You can go and edit them and make them custom to how you want them to look. And with that, I have highlight covers that kind of fall in my branding and how my Instagram looks. So you can use your favorite graphics app and use, just like you do a cover for an album sale, album cover, you can do a highlight cover and make it so that they're all cohesive and they look really professional and clean, you know? Are you going to show them?
I was going to show you how to, well, I don't want to get too sidetracked. We had screenshots of all of this, but
yeah,
when you do a story and you've already put it through and then you go back and look at your story, there's a little icon at the bottom. I think it's a heart.
Yeah.
And it says highlight. And that's how you send it
and
to
you
highlight.
You can choose which highlight you want. So you could do highlights of join, shop, family, personal, fun with DotDotSmile, like events, stuff like that. And you can kind of choose exactly what you want to do, but it's a great tool and one thing about Instagram that is really important to understand is they have all of these features and all of these tools they want to give you to have a successful Instagram account, whether it be personal or business, that if you utilize all of these tools and all of these features, Instagram's going to reward you. They're going to reward you by boosting your posts, by upping your algorithm, by making you more noticeable and putting you in that related search. So utilize all of the features that Instagram is offering you. They're giving it to you. And if you use it and take it, they're going to help you out.
Yeah.
So that's something to remember. You want to use these features.
So we wanted to talk about, again, we're not doing a recruiting training at all, but because we're using this as a platform to better our business, there are little subtle ways that I call it. So I train my team on subtle recruiting, and I'll just touch on it really short and sweet, but there are really subtle ways you don't even have to say, do you want to hear about the opportunity? You don't even have to say, click here if you want to learn more about joining DotDotSmile. But like we said, Instagram is a wonderful place to get personal, to just be super like no pressure. You just click yes if you want to, or message me if you want, it's just like really keeps things light and easy. And so it's a really great place. Honestly, so my team grew from, honestly, I want to say almost 100% through Instagram is how I recruited.
I found you on Instagram.
Yeah. And it was just because from the get-go, I wanted it to be visually appealing. And I just put myself out there. I did my stories. I did a well-rounded, display of everything I was posting. And I took it as a very serious business platform for myself and opened up about my life as a merchandiser. And it recruited for me. Like all of my team, I feel like almost all of them found me through Instagram. And so initially, I didn't realize I was even doing this, but now okay, this is what I was doing, and I was subtly recruiting. And all it takes is opening up a little bit. Like you have to be able to be open and let people in a little bit. So again, you don't have to even mention the opportunity, but if you're just giving them a place or giving them these glimpses into your life as a merchandiser, such as you're doing a story about, look, my kids are helping me pack these orders. We love doing this business together. Or you do a post about, I'm so grateful, like I'm on the way to the post office with all my bags. I am so grateful to my customers, and this is totally helping my family financially, and I'm just grateful. So it's talking not just about the dresses, what you're selling, or I had a crazy day with my kids, but subtle. For me, I now am intentional about it, which I wasn't before. I was just doing it, but I'm now intentional about that subtle recruit where I just give them a glimpse into my life as a merchandiser, the joys it's brought me, the joys it's brought my kids, the financial freedom it's given me. And I'm not like, oh, I can pay all my bills. You know what I mean? You want to be subtle. You want to be tasteful, is that what I want to say? But just spill your heart and your gratitude. I feel like expressing gratitude about what DotDotSmile has done for you in your life is one of the most genuine and easiest way to subtly recruit. So it's like planting those little seeds of curiosity and, oh, I could see myself doing that. Look, her office space is a total hot mess. Her kids are helping her pack her orders. And then they stopped and they went to the park, and then they, you know, got to go to Disneyland at the end of the night. Like DotDotSmile is giving her all of that. And look, I could do that. Like, I don't have to have like a perfect, like, guys, I live in a really tiny house and I'm making it work. And I'm letting people know that. I'm just letting them in. I'm letting them know everything about my life in a way that relates to like, look, you can do it too. So that's, it's so Instagram is, and I do that in my VIP too. I do a lot of gratitude posts. People can tell if it doesn't come from the heart and if you're forcing it and if you're doing it only to recruit. But if you just start to, especially when it comes to Instagram, let it be a place where you can be more personal, share your gratitude, share what it's doing, give them a glimpse. Like I think I did a story a couple days ago when my entire family was helping me do inventory pictures for a huge album sale. And it literally was like in our little living room, there were dresses everywhere. My kids were all over the place and my husband was sitting there helping me. But it was a glimpse into, this is how I'm running my business and everyone's hands-on right now and you can do it too. Mm-hmm. So I feel like Instagram is like a wonderful place to recruit because you can just give them those little glimpses. It's so subtle. And then we also do very intentional, like, hey, here are the bullet points. Oh, click, yes, I want more information. No, I'm good. I just want to shop.
You can do the intentional recruiting posts in your Instagram story or as a caption or something like that. But subtly, with everything you're doing, you're just kind of subtly saying like, look how awesome is this, you can't do it. You know what I mean? It's just kind of all works together.
Just planting those little seeds where they're like, oh my gosh, she just looks like she's having so much fun. Like I started a new highlight that's called Team Time because we've had so many events and I have a lot of local girls on my team. And so I started a new highlight where people are looking at my highlights. They're getting information about dresses. They're getting, you know, my why is one of my highlights, like my family. This is why I do it. But then also like, look how much fun I have here with DotDotSmile. That Team Time is 100% for recruiting, but it's really subtle and you wouldn't even know it. Exactly. So that's all.
Okay, next thing I really want to talk about that I love talking about is your Instagram theme. And I think that this is really important too, to get those people to follow you. So if you guys follow me on Instagram, you might notice a theme in my colors. I try to pick kind of a family of colors. I try to have really cohesive squares and make it really visually appealing, someplace that people want to look and are interested in it. So you want to try to make it more than just DotDotSmile dresses with all of these things that we've been telling you with getting personal and all of that. And you can do that with your captions. And how I told you how they're going to see the picture. If they like what they see, then they're going to read the caption. So the pictures are the pictures and all the cohesive squares are going to make them feel a certain way, but the captions are what helps them get to know you. So when it comes to, let's say, flat lays, which I love to do, a lot of you guys know I love flat lays and doing outfit inspo, stuff like that. With those, you let your customers think outside the box with those prints, maybe something that they maybe wouldn't have been attracted to at first glance. They kind of see like, oh, I have shoes like that. Oh, I have a headband like that. Oh, that's really cute. And so as you start putting these flat lays and outfit inspos together, then they'll start using, your customers will use their imagination a little bit more. And it'll start falling into the theme of your Instagram account with all of your cohesive squares. Think about with your theme, when you're like, okay, well, I don't know what my theme is. Don't make it like mine, make it like yours, because we have different personalities. And I was really inspired when I first started by Cindel's Instagram account. It was very visually appealing to me. I thought it was really pretty. So I took some inspo from her, but I naturally made it my own by adding things that I was good at. She is really good at taking pictures of little girls. Very great with that. I am better at doing flat lays than taking pictures of little girls. That's kind of her forte. So naturally, I took inspiration from her putting time into her Instagram account and made it my own with my strengths and the things that I enjoy doing with my business. And
like it's super individual to you. You
exactly.
know that's a Tanya picture.
Exactly.
Even
and
though, like, similar.
Exactly. So when people are scrolling through their Instagram feed and looking at hundreds of pictures, they want to be able to scroll and without even looking at the Instagram name, be like, oh, I know that's Tanya's picture. I didn't even have to look at the name. You know what I mean? So think about your theme. Think about what you are trying to say. with your picture, with your caption, with all of it coming together. Choose a family of colors. What is it like two to three pictures, like three pictures. You could do pops of color here, pops of color there. And if you kind of do a family of colors with like three colors, then it'll all start looking cohesive and it'll all kind of look like it's all related and supposed to be together. You also want to tell a story. You want to mix everything up, tell a story, and make sure that it's not just one picture after the other, but that it's like, okay, we have little girls here, dresses, workspace. Oh, there's a picture of her. You know what I mean? So if you have cute pictures of you and your girls, post that, show your face. If you just grab some of your girls' accessories, take a couple flat lays and do some inspiration with stuff like that. You want to also add some sales posts, obviously, because we want to sell dresses. So you can use that swipe feature on Instagram. Use the Instagram features. You're going to be rewarded for it. So you can post up to 10 pictures in a swipe feature, and they can swipe. And people love shopping that way if they're browsing your feed. They'll be like, oh, is this one available? I love that one. Let me take a screenshot, send her a message. Let's see. So theme. Yeah, I think that's about it. Well, there's more to it, but just the gist. You just want to make it more than DotDotSmile dresses. You want to make it personal to you. And have it all be related. You know.
Okay, we have screenshots of all this in the notes, and we'll upload it to the support group. But so like we've talked a lot about having a variety of content. So I'll try to make this short and sweet. It's pretty self-explanatory, but I feel like something that I started doing from the get-go was I wanted my Instagram to be a place that was more than just pictures of dresses. Like I said, I like keeping those warm and fuzzies, making people feel something, because that's something you need to be aware of too, is like, okay, you're posting with intention. That's what we've titled our whole training, was with intention. So what are you intending these people to think and feel? Again, because we know that DotDotSmile isn't just about dresses, it's about making little girls happy and confident, and mothers, and how they love that. They want that for their daughters. So you want to, so we post like word graphics. I do lots of quotes, and I am also strong in my faith. So I'll do faith posts even. And that I was nervous about in the beginning, but I got really good feedback. Lots of people related to it. So I'm still doing it. And every now and then I'll do something that very much relates to me. It's very personal and spiritual to me. And again, don't do it if it's not your thing, but somehow just be more intentional with what you're posting, and again, add that variety. But you want to tap into those emotions, and you want to make your Instagram a place that people want to revisit. They feel something there. It's visually appealing, but they feel something. They want to come back to it. So I'm kind of cheesy. I do like analogies a lot in my trainings. And I thought of this when I was doing my notes, that so your Instagram is like your catalog. It's your magazine for your shop, for what you're doing. And you want this to be a magazine or a book or a catalog that people don't want to put down, and that they want to keep by their bedside and look at every night before they go to bed. They want to say, oh, what did Sindel post today? Or what did Tanya post today? What was in her stories? I'm always excited to see. And you want to make sure it's something that they want to revisit, and that it, magazines, all of that, there's a good variety of content in there for a reason. What was I? Oh, so like, don't just keep posting only dresses. Kind of like you get like a Madewell catalog or a J. Crew or whatever catalog in the mail. You look through it once, you know what's in there. You know what the store has to offer. You're gonna have to wait another month before you get another catalog to look again. So you'd want to expand your posting. You want to expand what you're posting so that they want to revisit it more often. Like I said, DotDotSmile is not just about the dresses. You got to tap into those emotions too, because put yourself in the shoes of your followers. What content do they want? What's going to make those moms come back? Because they feel like they're connected to something. They feel understood. They feel uplifted. They feel inspired. Anyway, I get really like, and you do too, because I was more excited about doing my own DotDotSmile Instagram than it was about like almost any other part of the business when I started. So it's really exciting for me. So you want to showcase a big variety of things and make people feel something when they're there so that they want to come back.
And to help them feel a certain way when they're looking at your Instagram and want to come back is you guys, your captions. If you're just posting a nothing caption, sometimes,
which I do a lot because I don't have time to think of a cute caption.
And this is where it comes into saving pictures to your draft. So the night before, look at the picture that you're going to post and think, what am I trying to say with this picture? You can start it out with being, at the beginning, be like, talking about your kids and your family life for that day or that current moment. And then at the end, be like, but this sunshine happy face dress made me feel really good because I put this outfit together and it kind of brightened my day, or I threw my daughter in this dress too and we ended up being really happy, or I don't know, something, you know. So you could do like 50% salesy in your caption, 50% not salesy in your caption. And you're trying to make people feel a certain way when they look at your picture. And the caption is the way to do it. If you're posting nothing in your caption, excuse me, I swallowed my spit. If you post nothing in your caption, they're going to feel nothing when they look at your picture. They'll be like, okay, that's a cool dress. That's about it. You know what I mean? So tell them how they should feel when they're looking at that picture. Subtly tell them, figure out a way, put your wording together. It's very important.
As far as the visual goes, we did want to touch on this, that like we have our own style. We use big white canvases as our backdrop, so we get that clear white, and we, you know, a la-di-da-di-da. That's our style. That's our signature, if you want to say. Do not, like, find your own signature. This is an example I gave to one of my team girls on how to do that, because you have to make sure that it fits your forte. What are you really strong at? Flat lays, amazing. But then also make sure it's something that is feasible to do. So don't stretch yourself too thin. If you're like, my house has crappy light, I don't have a canvas, I la-di-da-di-da, and you don't want to copy and do something just to do it if you can't execute it, if that makes sense. So what I recommend for people is, where are you day to day? Look at your surroundings. Do you go on a walk every day to walk your kids to school? Is there a really awesome brick wall on your way to walking your kids to school? Is there a park you often visit that has like a big bright wall? Or is there something in your surroundings that you visit times a week, maybe even just once a week, or go out intentionally and look at, like I looked at warehouses, big warehouses close to my house that had huge white walls just on the side of a warehouse before I got my photo backdrop. And I was like, I'm going to shoot there. So just look at your surroundings, places that have good light, somewhere where you know you can just easily go, take one or two of your kids, use your phone, snap a few pictures, you've given yourself content, but that becomes your signature. So say the best, most well-lit place that's close by that you can walk to every day that you already pass every day is a brick wall, and every like 6th or 7th picture is that brick wall. That becomes your signature. And does that make sense?
Yes.
Like find your signature and make it, like, look at your surroundings first.
Utilize what's around you and what's going to be the easiest for you.
Yeah.
And just make it your own. And then if it is that brick wall, then you can utilize that brick red color in different portions, whether it's word graphics, you can make it that brick red color to kind of make everything together.
Yeah. So building and attracting your following, okay? Honestly, just by following through with the things we've already told you about, you guys, you're going to start to notice a bigger following and attraction, more connection, more interaction, likes, comments, all of that. You're going to notice a growth in your audience just by all the things we talked about. Because you're doing it with more intention. You're doing more than just throwing a picture up. You're adding to your stories. You're making it about you. Oh, not about you. You're making it more personal. You're giving up. You know what I mean? Yeah. You're already going to see a shift. You are.
So you just need Instagram's a social media platform. So you need to be social. You need to reach out to other people. You need to when I'm browsing my Instagram, I like every single picture on my feed. If I'm going down, I'm liking it. I don't care who it is. I'm following them for a reason. I'm following them because they're related to my topic. And if you're following the people that you're following, if they are in your related topic group, then you're going to show up in that related portion of the Instagram app. So there's that related section where you can kind of browse people that are related to you. You're going to show up on there because you want to follow the people that you are trying to get to follow you. So like every picture that's in your newsfeed. Be genuine, and if you see something that really attracts you, then comment on it with a genuine comment, not just like a bunch of emojis, big, oh my gosh, she's so cute, I love those chubby legs. You know what I mean? Yeah. And that gets you to be noticed a little bit more. So people will be like, oh, who's this DotDotSmile Tanya Pickern that just followed me, or that just liked my picture? Never heard of that. Or, oh, who's this person that just commented on my Instagram picture? Like, never heard of her. Then they'll click and be like, oh, this is cute. You know what I mean?
It's a social platform.
So it's just really important to be social with your social media accounts. That's what it's there for.
Yeah, extra visibility, and you build those relationships, and then that becomes business later.
Reply to people's, if you're following a bunch of bloggers or influencers, stuff like that, then reply to their stories, be social with them, and build these relationships, because that will lead to social media relationships that can lead to collaborations, that could lead to giveaways you can do together to kind of boost each other's groups. And I'm not saying go find somebody with 200,000+ followers, but somebody that even has a few hundred, 1,000, whatever. We are all starting somewhere. And if you sell little girls' bows, and I'm going to build a relationship with you, we can do an Instagram giveaway or pop up together and share customers that way. You know, let's see. Hashtags. Okay. Hashtags gives people opportunity to find you. It makes it so it's a narrowed search. So if I'm a mom and I'm looking for a kids clothing company, then I would type in like hashtag kids clothes or toddler clothes, something like that. And then everybody that has used that hashtag falls into that grouping of posts. So then they'd look through, ooh, that looks cute, and they'd click on it. That's how people can find you, by using hashtags. You want a variety in each post, and every day you want to try to mix it up. I know for me, when I make a post, I want it to be as easy and quick as possible. So I actually go in the notes section of my phone, and for each day of the week, I have different hashtags. So I have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And each day I use different hashtags. And I use a lot of the same ones, like hashtag DotDotSmile, hashtag DotDotSmile Tanya Pickern. But then I mix it up to use, I use about 15 or so hashtags with each post. And every day, though, I'm using different ones. One way you can find hashtags is by searching on Instagram, see what other people are using that are related to you, and use those ones. Exactly. Another thing that you can use for your Instagram account to find hashtags and find information is Pinterest. Pinterest is our modern day search engine, and you can go on Pinterest to learn how to take photos. You can go on Pinterest to learn which hashtags to use. So type in what you're doing into Pinterest, and then search like in Pinterest, say kids clothing hashtags, mom community hashtags, stuff like that. And a bunch of different posts on Pinterest will pop up that you can get hashtag inspiration from. And that's where I've gotten a lot of hashtag inspo, plus seeing what other people are using on Instagram. What your basic everyday mom is using, if she's using a hashtag. You know what I mean?
Your local one too.
Your local one, yes.
Your county.
But don't overdo it. Don't post like 50 hashtags. I think actually the max is like 30.
Well, we're almost done. We're just going to kind of wrap it up, but we're going to open it up to questions. If anyone has questions, it's okay if you don't. We're also going to have the printout with screenshots of everything that we'll put in the support group for you. So that'll be not as thorough, but you'll have like the visual for it, but you can message us anytime. So overall, you need to treat this platform with as much care and attention and intention as your VIP shop, because it really can be and will be an amazing, not just sale platform for you, but it will recruit for you. It's just wonderful, you guys. You need to give it the time, attention, and care. There's, like we said, you can save those drafts. I know it might feel overwhelming, like, oh, I'm already struggling to be consistent in my VIP, but once you get your groove and you get used to it, it'll become second nature. And like, I have 1 million alarms on my phone that help remind me to post this and that. But you need to use it as another sell platform, but have fun with it. Be light, be personal, give people those glimpses into your life and your life as a merchandiser. And
very important. It's just as important as your Facebook group, you guys. It really is. It doesn't seem like it because everybody doing DotDotSmile is on Facebook, but everybody needs to be doing Instagram because our moms today, the people that are shopping online today, are finding things on Instagram.
Yeah, people are looking for brands there. So you want to make it a place that's more than just a dress, okay? Tap into all that emotion. Make it a place they want to revisit every night, that they are curious about, they want to come back to, they're excited to see what you've posted. Yeah. So first of all, think of your signature, your visual, how you're going to make this eye-catching and beautiful and stand out amongst the huge DotDotSmile hashtag feed. You want to make it stand out, make it your signature. So people will first initially find you based off of that image, okay, the visual of it, but they're going to stick with you because they felt something more and they felt connected and they feel like they can be your buddy. You know what I mean? So they'll find you because it's visually appealing, but they're going to stick with you because you made it more than just dress ups.
Yeah.
So
should we do a Q&A? Do you guys have questions? Because we want to answer them.
Enable it?
I don't know. You were... Oh. Cinda was paying attention when Amy was showing us. I was eating.
Here, I think, yeah, we're going to enable chats. Oh, that's weird. Okay. Yeah, it's on. Chat's on, right? Is it working for you guys?
Yeah, it says chat unmuted. Do you guys have any questions?
They're probably all gone now because we took forever.
Go to room.
All right, if you guys don't have questions, we'll just wrap it up and say goodbye with Amy. Thanks for watching.
And you guys, we're going to put some information, all of our notes and everything in the files, so you guys can look back on it too.
Yeah. All right. Thank you guys. That was Instagram. Instagram with intention.
Yes.
Okay.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah. Back to you, Amy.
Do we have to do anything?
Oh.
Hi.
Great job. Oh, because are they super delayed? Is that why?
Thanks, Kristen. Oh.
You guys are sweet. No questions, I don't think. We can wrap up. You guys can message us if you have questions later.
What was that, Sindel?
Just telling them they could message us on Facebook if they ever had questions.
Thanks, guys.
Okay, before we go, I just want to show you guys their Instagram accounts because it's hard to see, but I pulled it up on the screen. I want to share how great their Instagrams are and how light and clean and beautiful they are. These ladies are killing it. You guys, please take this training to heart. Please listen to it, go back, take notes, and really apply it. Follow them, see what they're doing because they know what they're doing, and that is for sure. So I want to show you really quick.
Thanks, Amy.
Give me a second. 1 second.
Sorry it was long, guys. There's so much. There's so much you can do.
Oh, that's really nice.
Oh, thank you, guys.
Guys, look at this. This is Tanya's.
Woo!
And this is the stories that she was talking about. I don't know, you can't see my cursor, but the My Life and the Join and the website and the events and the shop. That's the stories they were talking about, and they made super cute covers for them so it doesn't look super messy. It looks beautiful and clean. And if I just scroll, look at how bright and beautiful all this is. It's very attractive to the eye, and it looks very professional. Same with Sindel. These really cute stories, or stories, the highlights that they were talking about, categorized differently, and they made these cute covers for different areas of the business. And this was the bio Sindel was talking about, how she's a Smile Squad leader and she loves it. And same with hers. It's bright, clean, beautiful. Having it be attractive to the eye, and it just, having your Instagram look put together is proof that you are put together, and it makes people more inclined to, want to see what this is about and take you seriously. Anyway, so let me switch it back to my face really quick.
Okay.
So, did any questions come in while I was doing that?
I don't think
Alex
so.
asked any app suggestions for editing photos.
There's two, I think. So I use Color Story. I know there's like PicTapGo or whatever it's called. Snapseed.
Yeah, I think you use Color Story and PicTapGo, right?
I use Color Story and Snapseed.
Okay, I use the app Snapseed, Snapseed. It can be kind of confusing to work Snapseed, but if you take the time to really pay attention and mess with it, then it's a great app for editing.
I feel like the most important part is a good photo editing app will do you no good if the original image was done in really bad lighting. So you have to be really careful. Like I said, if your house has crap lighting, go take pictures somewhere else and walk around your building, your area, and find somewhere that has good lighting, and these enhance it, but it's not going to make a really dark, shadowed picture amazing and bright. Yeah, because that'll make it actually look way worse. So you have to have that initial good natural
I take
light.
all of my flat lay pictures, if you guys are wondering, outside on my porch and shadowed, but natural light. I don't use direct sunlight. Yeah.
And
I'm glad you guys learned so much.
She used to do our first photo shoots back in the day.
No.
Yeah.
Those stock pictures, oh my gosh.
Everybody still uses those pictures, though. Those are great.
I know they are. Okay, Jessica, wasn't clear on the highlights portion. How do you create those? I don't know if I can go how on.
Okay, so you have, Cinder's going to log into hers and show you guys. And we have screenshots of the stuff that we're going to post, but Cinder's going to show you what.
Okay. So like this is a story that I have. And I'm clicking on it, so it went away. Well, it's going to be
you
white.
Actually have
white on white, so it's going to be hard to see.
You have to actually add the picture to your story first.
To your story first, and when it's live, see it says highlight. You click on highlight, and you put it wherever you want to. So to get the cover, like the pretty cover icon for your story, you can manually make those, and then you upload that cover icon to your story. So you can warn people, be like, hey, coming up, I'm doing all my cover stories, scroll on by, you know what I mean? Just, and then do all your cover stories with the text that you want. And then again, you add it to your highlight, and then you go in, edit your highlight, and change the cover to that cover. Exactly. Does that make sense?
Yes. And that does make sense. If you guys just add something to your story and add it to a highlight, you'll see, kind of mess with it, and you'll see that you can create a new highlight or add that image to an existing highlight. And once you start messing around with it there, then you'll just kind of start to understand.
I mean, we're not seeing all of the comments for some reason.
Like, thank you guys again so much. And as they said, they already have like their notes put together. So I think I have them, and I can post them in the merchandiser support group. It'll be probably in the files section for you guys to reference. And yeah, and also a lot of these things, you know, Sindel and Tanya learned themselves. They saw a new feature, or they researched a new feature, and they figured it out. So hopefully this training was insightful as to how much there is to do and educational on how to do it. But also, if you're thinking, how do I do this? Google, YouTube. There's so much out there.
Pinterest.
Go find it. Pinterest, yeah. So, and also, if you guys, I quoted this book in the announcement email about this training, right? I quoted Gary Vee.
Yeah.
I hadn't heard of him until Heather next door, my sister that works here, she bought this. I share her Audible, and she bought this, and I started listening to it, and I had never heard of him before, even though he's been around for years. And I was listening to Crushing It, which this is like his fourth book, but this one is following the book he wrote back in 2009 called Crush It. And it's all about, I mean, what is it called? How great entrepreneurs build their business and influence, and how you can too, which is totally what Instagram does. You guys are entrepreneurs taking this on, and this is how you can build your influence. He is not just a motivational speaker that talks about, like, you know, like feeling good about yourself. He's a businessman who gives you tips and tricks on how to improve your business. Like there are chapters in here. There's one called What's Stopping You. And I love it so much because he's so blunt and brash, and he does cuss. So some people don't like that, but he just gets straight to the point, and there's no, there's no BS kind of. But apart from that and getting into what's stopping you, there's chapters on Facebook, there's a chapter on Instagram, there's a chapter Snapchat, YouTube, vlogging, podcasts, voice, all of it. He knows a lot and he shares it all. So buy it on Audible and listen to it in the car, or buy the hard copy and go back and reference it. He has a daily podcast, listen to it. He puts out so much content. And what I've gotten from him, out of everybody I listen to and read, which is a lot lately, he has been the most inspirational for me, where I find myself listening to his stuff and my brain gets full of ideas for DotDotSmile, but also for you guys. And I sit with our team and we just sit there and brainstorm, because there's just so many ideas that he brings to the forefront of my mind about how much content we should be putting out there in the market, and how social media is free. Like, it's free to an extent. If you start doing boosted ads, obviously that costs money, but it's not as expensive as it could be. And there's just so much opportunity to flood the market with your content, and you guys should be working to do that. And Instagram and Facebook are the biggest ones, and you guys need to be on them. If you're not, you need to make one right now. And then if you do have it, you need to focus on those every day that you are working your DotDotSmile business. Create this beautiful, clean content and market it. It is an opportunity you guys should not be passing by, and you shouldn't scoff at it, and you shouldn't think you don't need it, because you do. So, well, all that to say, go listen to this book and rewatch this replay. The replay will be coming out soon. Take notes. You guys follow DotDotSmile_Tanya Pickren and DotDotSmile.Sindel for inspiration. These ladies are so great. Thank you.
Thank you, Amy,
for doing this. We really appreciate it. And thank all of you for taking time out of your day to be here. And we'll see you next time.
Bye, guys.
Thank you.